After the Battle of Les Gossames, Booker T. Washington meets Theodore Roosevelt is up next, Joe.
Whoa, imagine my embarrassment.
Follow me, boy. There's more trouble afoot.
Which is coming at you right now.
From the 30s on, he led the Soviet. With Roosevelt and Churchill, he had a tete-a-tete. But then a little Joseph had a mighty big urge that the peasant landowners he would have to purge. Iron Joe is what they call him, but to me he's just my buddy Stalin.
On October 16, 1901, Teddy Roosevelt invited African-American leader Booker T. Washington.
Is this Booker T. Washington? Well, thank goodness he was the African-American leader to my White House.
I'm right over here, Mr. President Roosevelt, sir. Sorry I'm leaving my stuff, but can I just have my suitcase for a film from my home White House? I mean, our White House. And by the way, I'd like to inform you that we shall make the good news for you, Mr. President Roosevelt. I made the news.
Now think of these fruitcakes. What's he doing in there?
Sorry.
Well, Mr. Washington, I'm just gonna make sure you'll be okay. But you, Mr. Washington, just look like George Washington. So you must be Booker T. Washington. So how do I whisper?
Excuse me, can I use the flag of letter H to play? What's that with your kid?
Okay, moving on. Ow! You're gonna love this one. Teddy Roosevelt's charging up San Juan Hill, and Fetch keeps bringing him a tennis ball.
This is your writing staff?
Not really, because this has to be the American South in this headquarters. Well, that's not what they were supposed to be, but thanks to the American South, but it seems that they are reenacting angrily to a visit, and racial violence increases in the Reagan and ruined them all. Well, it was just for the civilization ruined me.
Well, that was you talking about the American South for a long time.
We're now proud to present a dramatic recreation of that historic moment.
I'm not happy.
Thank you. And now back to more Hysteria.
After Booker T. Washington meets Theodore Roosevelt, we are going to William Miller Jenkins replaced. William Henry Moody takes over, and Pepper's Pep Rally, William Howard Taft, and Teddy Roosevelt.
For one of a clue, I am like totally lost.
Now back to Hysteria!
In November 30, 1901, William Miller Jenkins is the 5th governor of Oklahoma Territory. Unfortunately, for 6 months.
What a expired.
That's why he was the trust. That Teddy Roosevelt has heard about this.
He said some companies got so big that little companies couldn't compete with them.
Sounds like it's bad. What do we say, buckaroos? Shall we ride horses together to see how Mr. Jenkins is a trust?
Yeah! All you've got is that scary big buddy with those eyebrows and the bushy mustache!
When they have arrived, they met the 5th governor named William Miller Jenkins for 6 months.
I should have known the trust-worried people that we discovered Teddy Roosevelt became trustbuster.
Hey, Mr. Tesla!
What is it now?
This is a no parking zone! Next time, bring a sign!
We told you not to park inside your office.
Who cleaned up after them?
Not me.
After 6 months, he disobeyed the Medal of Honor, while Teddy Roosevelt busts the trust on him.
You what?
I'll suspend the trust for Oklahoma Territory, and the burglars, and the whole world, and the thieves, and the crazy old burglars, monsters, animals, and territory humans, and humans, and all the territories, and the crummy, even the guy has been owning with some of the time you stick it, Joe. But I will never, never suspend you to get fired from me.
I'm out of here!
This has been William Miller Jenkins. Catch you next on Partners and Future Governor.
So long, Pilgrim.
On 1902, Teddy Roosevelt sends William Henry Moody to replace John Davis Long, one of the Secretary of the Navy.
It was me, Mr. William Henry Moody, takes over John Davis Long, perhaps.
And now, Histeria presents a dramatic reenactment of William Henry Moody Takes Over.
Oh no, William Moody replaces me out of the Navy SEALs where I'm going swimming. Bummer.
This has been William Henry Moody Takes Over. Thank you.
President Teddy Roosevelt here. Between the years of 1903 and 1914, America, led by me, accomplished one of the greatest engineering feats of all time. The building of the Panama Canal in Central America.
But on Pepper's pep rally, he declared war on Russia when Russia tried to take all the Turkish baths and the Turkish taffy.
Who said halt? I give the commands around here. I'll speak up. Who was it?
Jumpin' Jackalopes.
Here's your host, Pepper Mills.
Hi, Pep! Well, former colonists, how does it feel to have a brand new country? Great, Pep! Glad to hear it, because I'm proud to be bringing you a very special document. Okay, today I am excited to welcome one of the original Lenin.
What? A female leading my herd? Utterly preposterous.
Now what are we going to do?
Well, you tore up the map.
Easy now, Pepper. Easy. Okay, settle down. Take a deep breath. Sir, I know you're busy trying to fight a war and all that, and it's a really big deal and stuff, but I've got to ask you, if you could be any animal in the whole entire world, what would you be?
I've got the constitution of a bull moose, the strength of an elephant, and my back's more hairy than a chimpanzee.
Good. That's where he belongs. And now, sir, if you don't mind, we'd like to get on with the march.
I love that song! Revolution! Number 9, number 9, number 9.
Well, little lady, I'm just about to go on stage.
Okay, one last question. Can I have your autograph, please? Please, please!
Of course I will. Here you go.
Hey! You're not Winnie the Pooh! Chipola!
Now, don't you worry, son. Your father had a plan in mind all the time.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Join me next time when my guest will be Andrew Jackson, lead singer of the Jackson 5.
My direct current is better.
Ah! My alternating current is better.
DC.
AC.
DC.
AC.
DC.
AC.
DC.
AC.
DC.